The first of three on this fine Sunday. It is Super Wild Card Weekend, and off we go on EA Sports. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Now the first carry for the Rutgers Scarlet Knight, Isaiah Pacheco. And that play gets nothing. So no gain on the game's first snap. That's caught. It's Xavier Worthy. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. Play action here. Mahomes. Quick throw here is complete. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. Think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often. So that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
Here's a 2nd and 6. The tight end, Ingram, is on the move. Looking for his tight end on the corner route. He's got it. And he's in. Evan Ingram. Touchdown, Nighthawks. And that is the way to start a game. Not just score, but, Greg, score quickly. A nice opening drive for the first 6 points.
Well, it seems like the hour spent on that opening game script was time well spent. I mean, to take the ball right down the field that quickly, right out of the gates, that's a pretty good opening drive and an early 6 points.
A safe kick taken at the 5. A good return as he takes it across the 30. They'll start this on the ground, and it's Harris. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. They face 2nd down and 7. From the gun, it's Love. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
From the gun, on 3rd down, it's Love. This one intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Well, that's the fast start they talked about all week, Mike. You come out, you take the immediate lead with your opening drive. Your defense goes out there, they force a turnover early. All these plays allow you to just keep stacking momentum early in this ball game. This game is far from over, but anytime you get out to a start like this, it is a lot harder for your opponent to battle back.
Still get a first down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11.
Attack!
Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. He pulls it in around the 5. They'll run with Pacheco. He slams it in there, and he is in. Isaiah Pacheco Touchdown, Nighthawks. Fairbairn able to add the extra point, and the Nighthawks move out on top, 14-0. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. He'll air it out down the middle. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. They motion the slot man left. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it. Third down and 9. Love. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down. Like, living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
This one fielded out beyond the 25. And it'll be a good return. He's able to get it up past the 40-yard line. First and 10 for Mahomes. He'll drop this underneath to Pacheco. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. Now Mahomes gives it to Pacheco. And he'll get this across midfield. He's brought down following a pickup of 5. Now a 3rd and 2. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. That is hard. He gets the hookup with Bryce.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a 1st down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. 2nd down and 8. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down. He was trying to get it to Xavier Worthy there. And that'll set up 4th down. That is not going to do it. Tried to bite off a lot with that one. It's no good. They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
And this is the danger of trying these long field goals. Remember, Mike, if you miss, the other team gets the ball at the spot of the kick. So it's going to end up setting them up for great field position as they start this next drive. Good decision by the quarterback. In this situation, all you're looking to do is have a positive play. He decides to pull it, and that's exactly what he's able to do.
A run. Here's Harris. And he will work this down inside the 40. That's going to be good enough to move the chains. 1st down.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass. You can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the 1st down.
Love to throw it on 1st down. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
It's so early in the game, you have to be careful now as coaches and players that you don't find yourself trailing early and get out of your game plan. There is so much time left. Stick to what you've worked on all week. There's plenty of time to chip away and see if you can make this thing close come the fourth quarter.
They'll come up now for second down and 4. To throw is Love. Quick throw, taken in. He is in. Touchdown, Ravens. Greg, we better tie those shoelaces tight. We could be in for a track meet. Great start on offense in this one.
Yeah, it certainly has, Mike, and I think the biggest thing for this offense is how they've bounced back to some early adversity. They found themselves trailing here in the first quarter, and they cut into that lead. I got a feeling this thing's going to go back and forth, and we're going to have some fireworks ahead of us.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. This will be returned from the 6. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. 1 quarter in the books in round 1 of these AFC playoffs. 14-6 is our score. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this.
Fire down these two.
The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up second down.
Yellow.
At the 32-yard line.
They'll stay on the ground and stay with Pacheco. Up the sideline, past midfield. Down the sideline to the 20. The speed on display. He's in. Isaiah Pacheco. Touchdown, Nighthawks. He is shining in this postseason spotlight. That's his second touchdown of the game. Good-looking rushing touchdown there. Offensive line does its job. That back taking off to the end zone for the touchdown.
Mike, you're exactly right. He might get credit in the box score for that long rushing touchdown, but it was the big guys up front who were able to make that play possible.
Here's 1st and 10. Now Love. A pass taken in. He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. It is picked up by the defense. Oh, big hole left side. And he is going to bring this one back. It is a fumble recovery. Defensive touchdown. And remember now, all turnovers have to be verified by a replay, so they might be taking a look at this one. So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. On 1st down, it's Love. And he kept that play alive as long as he could, but the rush eventually gets to him and takes him down.
Well, that's certainly one way to bounce back here defensively after giving up a huge explosive play on the previous snap. To bounce back and come away with the sack. Now you find yourself in 2nd and long. You can catch your breath, and the opportunity to get off the field has just gone up.
Now a screen set up for Harris. Still going inside the 20. And they bring him down there, but it is inside the 10. It is going to be 1st and goal.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
Now a chance to pay off that big play. They have it 1st and goal. Here's Love, operating out of the pistol. That's in the end zone and intercepted. Picked off by Jamari Connor. And the Nighthawks are going to take possession here as they get it at their own 4.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
Into the secondary, past the 15. Isaiah Pacheco. Inside the 10. And out of bounds, but in business. They're going to have it 1st and goal inside the 5.
Yellow.
Mahomes going to look to run with this one. And he's going to lose yardage here, taken down back at the 8.
Hey, Riblin. Hey, 43, 15.
Mahomes now on 2nd down. He's got his big tight end, Evan Ingram. Touchdown, Nighthawks. He is shining in this postseason spotlight. That's his 2nd touchdown of the game. And that is no good again. It'll be his 2nd missed extra point of this afternoon. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it up. From the 6, here comes a return. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Tight end motioning left. On 1st and 10, here's Love. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Well, fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up 2nd down. Back to throw is Love. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Love to throw. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
The offense just couldn't seem to get anything going that drive. They knew they had a long way to go, taking over possession that deep in their own territory. You want to pick up that 1st down and see if you can capitalize some momentum. Instead, the errant throw brings up 4th down, and they're going to have to punt it away.
They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. On the ground to start the drive with Pacheco. And the defense all over this one. They knock him down. It'll go down as a loss of 2. Play fake. Now it's Mahomes. That's over the middle and intercepted. And he's going to set up his guys with great field position. A huge chance to cut into the deficit.
Mike, there's usually such a comfort level when the guy playing quarterback behind center is a veteran. They've seen a lot of ball. You can trust them to make good decisions. And then every once in a while, one just gets away. And that's just simply a bad ball, a bad mistake. I mean, you're not going to get away with it at this level.
Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that any time the team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We just saw a great example of it here.
Here's Harris. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to go here till halftime. Back with more of the AFC playoffs after this. Third and long. Here's Love. Throwing over the middle. This one is complete. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up fourth down.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end of it.
They'll go for it. Love. And that is not going to work. Incomplete, and they turn it over on downs. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Now, Mahomes. He'll swing one out wide to Pacheco. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Open man downfield. That's Ingram. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. 1st and 10 now from the 36. To throw is Mahomes. They'll set up the screen to Pacheco. And they're going to take this into the red zone to the 15-yard line. Mahomes now to throw again. He pulls it in around the 5. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. He's got it at the 3. And he's into the end zone yet again. Isaiah Pacheco. Touchdown, Nighthawks. Saving his best for the playoffs. His 3rd touchdown of the game. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. Love to throw on 1st and 10. He'll go right and find his running back. And he's going to be taken down at the 37. Now the Ravens use their first timeout as it comes to 22 seconds remaining till halftime. That one good for a dozen and a very quick first down. And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down. We'll go play action with Love. And that is incomplete.
think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
The pressure, too much, and he goes down. And the offense will elect to burn a timeout. 5 seconds remaining in this second quarter. On comes the punter now, as he's on to punt for Baltimore. This brought in out past the 20. And he'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there.
Score Nighthawks 34, Ravens 6.
All right, Coach. Thank you. Two very different halftime speeches by these head coaches, that's for sure, as we get set for half number 2. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This returnable from the 4. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Slot man in motion right. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. Throwing downfield, right side, and it's caught. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. What a luxury to have in an offense, a tight end who can take it down the field like that and take it the distance. Shades of Greg Olsen back in the day.
Well, I appreciate that, Mike, but I think it's clear by now that we all know what's the most impactful position on offense. It's the tight end. And when you have a guy like this who can not only make those difficult catches underneath, but who can get down the field for these big plays, man, you got yourselves a weapon.
No problem there on the extra point, and the Ravens are able to cut into the deficit.
Ravens 13.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. He'll start at the 4. And he'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop.
At their own 21-yard line.
This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10.
Fire down these two. Fire down these two.
Throwing now, Mahomes. They'll try to set up the screen here with Pacheco. And they will finally run him down.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
Here's 2nd and 6.
Yellow. Hey, Sunday, on Sunday, on Sunday, on Sunday.
Play action here. Mahomes. He'll get this complete to Pacheco. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up 3rd down.
They'll try and run it here with Pacheco. He's got the 1st down. They'll bring him down at the 28. But the sticks will move. 1st down picked up on the ground.
I think everybody in the stadium saw that run coming, Mike, but good luck stopping it. I mean, all he really had to do was just fall forward, and it would be enough to pick up the 1st down.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. On play action, it's Mahomes. His throw on 1st down is going to be incomplete.
How often do we see teams kind of nurse these big leads, Mike, especially as the game unfolds? They turn to the ground game. They try to slow everything down. Well, not this offense. They refuse to take their foot off the gas. They're still mining for explosive plays, and frankly, with the way today's gone, I don't blame them.
That is intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And the Ravens are going to take over once again at their own 20-yard line.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You've got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
And they'll mark him down up beyond the 30.
Well, after not having much success in the 1st half, they're able to get something going on the ground here to start the 3rd quarter. I'd love to see the play caller mix in some play action, mix in some pass game. That should open up some of these holes for better situations to run the ball.
That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8.
They were able to complete this pass, but how often do we see these running backs run these angle routes and they catch it in stride and run a hole through the defense? So, I know the defense gave up some yards here, but it could have been a lot worse.
This one is caught by Hollywood Brown. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They have a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
Try again. It's 2nd and 10. On play action, Love. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
And he'll get a good chunk of that yardage back, but he's still well short of the 1st down.
I think the defender thought he had himself a pick here, Mike. He saw that curl coming the entire way, but unfortunately for him, it was a curl and go. They took him deep. Leads to a huge pickup.
That's incomplete. Daring call on 4th down. Does not work out. And it results in a turnover on down. Here's Patrick. He'll throw it on first down. He's across midfield. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. So they come to the line for first down and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. And that is incomplete. They couldn't hook up there as time has expired. The third quarter has come to an end.
Ravens 13.
They'll try again here. Second and 10.
Yellow. Right side.
Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. That's over the middle to the tight end Ingram. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
15.
Third and a yard.
Right side.
Throwing again, it's Mahomes. Oh, and that throw not able to be pulled in. It's incomplete. Looked like he may have got a little ahead of himself there. And it's going to bring up fourth down.
I think this defense is wondering where some of these missed throws were earlier in the game. I mean, for a while, it seemed like everything the offense did hit. And after that last incomplete pass, although this game's all but over, this defense will certainly take it. Little test of wills up front, huh, Mike? I mean, who wanted this one more? Who would get off the line quicker? Who would drive the other side backwards? Pretty impressive that not only are they the ones that won the battle, the defense knew what was coming and still couldn't stop it.
Off the play fake, Mahomes. Work to do now as they come up on second and long. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. And for a third time today, he's intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the Ravens will have great field position right around midfield.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
Off the play fake. Here's Love. Now a shot here, deep middle. And for a third time today, he's intercepted. And the Nighthawks are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
You know, Mike, we're seeing both these offenses come out here and play a little fast and loose in the passing game. The last two throws for each team, both resulting in an interception. Now, don't get me wrong. Neither of these secondaries is going to complain. They'll happily feast on those type of throws the rest of the game. But I get a sense on these next two drives, come out here, establish the run, dose of ground and pound. Let's settle things down offensively and regroup for the rest of this game.
3rd and 5. Play fake. Now it's Mahomes. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his.
And he cannot get the throw off. He's going to be sacked. And they will turn it over on down. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Love. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
And they'll pick up the first down, a gain of about 4. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. That is caught to the goal line and in. Touchdown, Ravens. He is shining in this postseason spotlight. That's his second touchdown of the game. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the fourth quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a two-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
This one not quite over, but down a couple of scores. We're going to get an onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away. Still going, and he's going to take this one in for the score. The onside kick backfires spectacularly as it's returned for a touchdown. Fairbairn good on the point after. And the Nighthawks will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it up. This one taken at the 7. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
First and 10. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. On play action, he'll set up to throw. Now a ball deep, middle of the field. And the Nighthawks are going to take over once again at their 37-yard line.
The best way, Mike, for a defense to bait these bad throws is don't allow the quarterback to throw the ball to their first read. By the time he gets to the third or fourth read, in this case, the defender has already put himself in position, jumped that route, challenged the receiver, and that's a big-time takeaway.
2 minutes remain in the fourth quarter. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2.
Yellow.
They go play action with Mahomes. That's caught left side by Ingram.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Once again, it's Pacheco. And he'll get the first down there, a pickup of about 5 yards.
Second down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to...
And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. And that is the hat trick. What a game. His 3rd touchdown. Now, how about this? It's a fake. This will be incomplete. Not sure what they could have seen that makes this a good call. Going for it with a fake on an extra point, and they get nothing out of it. This will be returned from the 6. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Love. That'll be incomplete. And now we are down to likely just one more play.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
So the fans gonna